Jagjit Singh Dhiman was born at Sri Ganganagar, Rajasthan, India, into a Punjabi Ramgarhia Sikh family. His father, Sardar Amar Singh Dhiman, was a surveyor with the government's Public Works Department and hailed from village Dalla in Ropar district of Punjab. He studied at Khalsa High School and Government College in Sri Ganganagar before obtaining an arts degree from DAV College, Jalandhar. He began his professional career in 1961 by undertaking singing and composing assignments at All India Radio's Jalandhar station. Later, he studied to obtain a postgraduate degree in history from Kurukshetra University in Haryana. Although his father had hoped that he would become an engineer, Singh pursued his passion for music relentlessly. His father spotted his talent and encouraged him to learn music initially from a visually impaired master of Indian classical music, Pandit Jagan Lal Sharma, and later from Ustad Jamal Khan of Maihar Gharana, who taught and trained him in all the prominent styles of Hindustani classical vocal tradition such as Khayal, Dhrupad, Thumri, and others. Throughout his teenage years, he performed on stage and composed music. In March 1965, Singh moved to Bombay in search of opportunities without informing his family. He obtained work initially as a singer of advertising jingles and later progressed to playback singing. He met Chitra Datta in 1967 while he was still struggling to make a living. She divorced her husband and married Singh in December 1969. Following the birth of their son Vivek, the couple performed as a singing duo. The Ghazal music genre was then dominated by Pakistan artists. It was not until the 1977 release of the album The Unforgettable that they found significant and surprising success. The Independent described it in 2011 as groundbreaking. It became a transformative before and after milestone in the history of Indian popular and Ghazals music. Thereafter, the couple worked both on solo and joint musical projects and performed concerts worldwide. And with their involvement with the film industry, they reached a wider audience. Among their subsequent duo recordings of the 1970s were Shiv Kumar Batalvi, Barhada Sultan 1978, Live in Concert at Wembley 1979, and Come Alive again 1979. Of those released in the 1980s, the latest by Sudarshan Fakir was the best-selling album with his lifetime hit Wo Kagaz Ki Kashti, Wo Barish Ka Pani. It was the first album by the duo with the poetry of only one poet. Singh's work in film encompassed playback singing for productions such as Earth, Saath Saath, and Prem Geet. He composed all of the songs for the latter as well as for the TV serial Mirza Ghalib that was based on the life of the eponymous poet Mirza Ghalib. The joint projects ceased in 1990 when the 20-year-old son Vivek died in a road accident. This came as a profound shock to the couple and they gave up music for a full year after the death. While Jagjit returned slowly to music, Chitra announced her retirement and declared that she would not sing or record any more songs. Chitra withdrew from public life. Although Jagjit continued to work, he too was affected by the death of Vivek. He suffered from deep depression and his anguish was often evident in his live performances. He occupied himself with solo projects and performed in several languages. He collaborated with Lata Mangeshkar on an album titled Sajda. The couple was shattered again when Monica, Chitra's daughter from her first marriage, committed suicide in 2009. In February 2011, when Singh turned 70, he committed to do 70 concerts in different parts of the world. He toured the UK, Singapore, Mauritius, inter alias in 2011 and was due to perform with Ghulam Ali in Mumbai but suffered a brain hemorrhage on 23rd September 2011. He was in coma for over 2 weeks and died on 10th October at Leelavati Hospital in Mumbai.